Sara, Sara, SaraTonin, light it up when the dark comes rolling. Heart wide open, let it all show. Little bit of love and we let it grow. Talk it out.
Welcome into SaraTonin Talks. I'm your producer, Big Show Fix. Here is your host, Sara.
Hi, guys. All right, so I'm going solo today. Chad's hiding today, so it's just me. Today I'm going to talk about a couple different things. Some things that are really important and, just trying to find your voice. Why is it so hard to find your voice? I think when you're trying to find your voice, you're worrying about everybody else and what they're going to say about it. Don't. It's not about that. It's about what you think, how you feel, and the people that are supposed to be a part of your life and are supposed to care are the ones that care. It's a lot to take in, especially for me with bipolar 1. It's my brain is going every different direction. So when I do my podcast and when I think about things to say and want to know what to talk about, I always go to Chad and want to know, what do you think we should talk about today? What do you think would be best to cover? And I think that what this podcast has taught me so far is really just trying to figure out what to talk about in my life and just be completely honest. And that's a little scary because I'm talking about my personal life and the people in my life, my everyday struggles, my everyday wins. This week I had a really good win. I went to a meeting for my son for his future schooling for preschool, and it was amazing. And I felt like I could advocate for him, and it went great. That was a big win for me as a mom. And my life has changed so much within the last month because I've been able to be a full-time mom. And that is the most rewarding thing I have ever done in my life. And being able to be there for Peyton through everything and seeing how Chad is with him all the time and just knowing that he's doing so well. And, we have our struggles and everything, but having that voice for the people in your family, for yourselves, for your friends and your family is just everything. You need to be able to say whatever it is that you want to say with no filter. And that's the hardest part about not having a filter because, there's negative things all the time, all around us. And we just have to accept them sometimes. I think that my struggle with using my voice is advocating for myself and knowing the right things to say when to say them, because that doesn't always happen. It sometimes is the wrong time to say certain things. And you know what? That's my mania. That's where I'm at right now in my life. And sometimes I regret the things that I say, but sometimes I don't. And again, the people that are in my life that I need in my life, I have them. I have my family, I have my friends, and I am so grateful for every single person that I have in my life. And I mean, one of the main people I probably talk to about 20 times a day is my mom. I will call her and tell her the most random, unimportant things ever. And I know she loves how much I call her, and I'm sure I drive her crazy, but she's one of my best friends, and she listens to everything that I say, and I love her so much. and I don't know what I would do without her, and she's been a big part of why I'm able to use my voice, because she'll give me criticism, but in the most honest way possible and positive. She really does the best that she can to be positive about everything. She always tells me, never let anybody steal your joy. That's what my mom always says. That's what she will always say. And I have finally learned how to do that. And I just feel like everybody should do that. Never let anybody steal your joy, because when you do that, it ruins your life and it's not worth it. We should live positive every single day and not care about what other people think, because honestly, it makes you feel like you have a superpower. It makes you feel like you can say or do anything you want and just be happy all the time. Um, like I've had my struggle lately has been not being busy 24/7. That's a very challenging thing for me. And I try to be as busy as I can. But since I'm not working at the moment, I've had to have projects and cleaning and things like that. Like today, Chad put papers and a hat to pick which room we were going to clean. So we deep cleaned the house today, and that was great. And it's been a nice, busy day. Peyton's at daycare right now, and we're taking him to get a haircut later. So somewhat of a busy day, but a different kind of busy. Um, it's not a job, it's just life. It's being able to do what I want with my family, and I love that. I I really love being home with my family, with my husband, with my son. It's everything. It is just to the point where, I just have to learn how to accept when I'm not busy, and just be able to relax, which is sometimes hard, but sometimes I allow myself to do that. Um, Something that I've been doing lately is going to bed early at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night and sleeping 8 to 10 hours a night, which I haven't done in a year. Healthy sleep, not just naps and things like that. But we just, having that support system is what makes everything work out. And I have found my voice because of my husband, because he supports me in everything that I do. And no matter how off the wall it may seem, he's always there. He's always accepted me for who I am and has had the most patience for me. And I love him so much. And, and it's made me learn how to have patience for Peyton in all of his struggles that he has, that we go through every day, and we just do great together. I love my little family so much, and it just makes me realize that life is short, and you just take it one day at a time. It's one day at a time, and sometimes some days are bad, but there's always the next day. It's realizing that I woke up this morning and I was given another day. And that is incredible. And that is the one thing that we should all be thankful for, is realizing that we woke up this morning and there's someone watching over us, whether you believe that you have a guardian angel or you're religious or whatever it is that makes you feel like there's a reason that you woke up this morning. And, just try to stay positive and try to find your voice. Find your voice and realize that it matters, no matter what horrible opinions or things that other people say to you. Don't let it get to you. Just speak for yourself and realize that you are your own advocate. And that is the most important thing. Because if you can't be your own advocate, how can you be an advocate for others? If you have children, or you are caring for someone, or just being able to speak for yourself so that you could be there for others as well. And just taking care of yourself, just making sure that, you're doing the best that you can for yourself. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others, and you can't be there for others in your life. And for me, it's self-care. It's realizing that self-care is so important. And my self-care has helped me take care of my child. And that's everything, because he can't take care of himself, even though he thinks he can. Being 2.5, he thinks that he can do everything for himself. But um, I'm just grateful for that. So,
You ready to move on to some of the comment questions
yeah,
from the
yep, I'm
All right,
ready.
first comment is from me to start you off. What role
All
does
right.
profession? Go ahead.
What role does perfectionism play in mental health? Um, for me, it's feeling like I have a superpower, truthfully, and um, always feeling like I have to do everything, no matter how I feel, and being perfect all the time. And that's not it. It's not about that. And mental health is not about being perfect. It's being raw and being real and talking about what's going on in your life with others that are important to you. And for me, it's sharing with all of you guys that what is going on in my life and about my mental health and how I deal with it. And you guys listening to this is everything to me. And it's honestly been a dream come true being able to do this with my husband, who is my best friend, and um, knowing that we're not perfect and that's okay. So that's really big. Um, but the part of feeling like you have a superpower is a lot of fun at times because you think that you can do anything. And I feel like that a lot of the times now. And I just try to do the best that I can with everything that I do, no matter what it is. Um, but especially when it comes to just being there for my family and wanting to take care of them, and again, taking care of myself first so that I can take care of them. So, um, but being perfect is just not realistic. It's not, uh, nobody is perfect. Not a single person in this world is perfect, and we all have our own flaws, and it's okay. But again, just being there for yourself and finding your voice is literally everything. And you can be your own form of perfect. So that's a big question. Um, all right, babe, I'm putting you on the spot for a minute. What do you think that perfectionism plays in everyday life?
Um, Perfection is something nobody can achieve. So it's not a goal that I always set, but I always aim for it.
Hmm.
I'm a very detail oriented person. So like the details, the song, the lyrics, that stuff, that kind of stuff like always intrigued me. So I always want to make it
Hmm.
right. So even if it takes extra time, I would rather be more presentable that way than, on other facts of life, nobody's ever going to be perfect. So like, it's very hard setting goals is a very optimistic thing to do in the first place, but setting
Hmm.
realistic goals are even more,
Yeah.
optimal than, so I would say just always try to do your best, keep your head down,
Hmm.
use the blinders, use your peripherals, and just keep doing what you know how to do the best. What
I
about
love
you?
it. Honestly, for me, I'm nowhere near perfect, but I set tiny goals for myself. Like I set goals like fold the laundry, put the laundry away, um, clean a room in the house that day, try to purge and get rid of things that I don't use or I don't need, just little goals to know the goals that I can accomplish. Because I don't want to set goals for myself that I can't do. It just doesn't make any sense. And it makes me feel like I failed if I do that. So,
And let the people know where they can find you.
well, so I'm on Facebook. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. And I would love for you guys to subscribe. And I just learned about being able to hype up my video. And it's a new thing on YouTube. And I'm hoping everybody's able to do it because it sounds like it's a really
You
great
get
way
3 a week.
to get everything
Everybody
out there.
listening. Everybody listening. You get 3 a week. Use one on Sara every week. Every Friday, use one of them hype buttons on Sara. It really helps her. If you're a supporter of the movement, or you're a supporter of Sara finding her voice, hit that hype button for her. Hit the like and comment as well. Every little bit helps her grow. So the comments, especially, please leave them for her so she can mention them in her videos throughout the week too. Anything else left to say, Sara? We getting out of here.
Not that I can think of. I hope everybody's having an amazing day and you have a great weekend. And don't forget to subscribe and comment on everything. I'll see you guys soon.
Later.
Serotonin, light it up when the dark comes rolling. Heart wide open, let it all